Well, we'll do this as a little bonus section here. Time to talk about Dave's favorite player, Harry Kane, and the possibility of selling him. And this is why we bring on new faces, new opinions for the podcast, because then Dave can be left surprised or satisfied with people's
I'd,
answers on things like this. What are your
okay,
thoughts on Kane
I'd
being
like
linked to
to
Man
know
United?
what Dave's position is officially on this.
Oh, yeah, you go first then, Mr. Davo. I mean, Harry Kane
Um,
being linked to Man United, would selling him, Dave, be an added problem for our summer list of things that Daniel Levy needs to be doing, or would it help us? Is it a distraction or is it a benefit, potentially
Look,
selling Harry Kane?
I think it's detrimental to the next manager coming in here, if you want me to be brutally honest, right? It's a different prospect taking over Tottenham now with Harry Kane than what it is without Harry Kane. Because without Harry Kane, you've not only to stop the goals from going in, but you have to find someone that's going to score you goals. If you take Harry Kane's winners and equalisers out of the team this season, which accumulate to 22 points the last time I tallied it up, you're down below Chelsea right now. And that's the harsh reality of it. If we would have listened to most people last season when they were sat there telling me, coming on to fan shows, Dave, you just need to cut the loss, get rid of Harry Kane, where would we actually be this season without him? You'd be down there where Chelsea are. And I know this argument is going to be made that other players are going to step up. But who? We've known this for 6-7 seasons, bar last season where Son stepped up, that Harry Kane is our talisman. He is our guy. You've got one of the best players in world football in that position. We should not be so quick to cash in. The only reason I think why this conversation is here is obviously because of his contract situation. Now, with his contract, if he doesn't want to sign, I think you've got to take the 100 million and look to reinvest it, right? Use that specifically just to bring in another top quality striker here that's going to get the goals. If he does want to stay, then obviously you keep him. I don't even think it should be a conversation or even talking about letting the best player in his position in the world go. And I don't think you even need to sell him to rebuild the squad or rebuild the defense, which I've been hearing. It's like, have people forgotten about all the players we've got out on loan, all the shit we've got in the squad? Even if you don't take what money we paid for them, even if you take half of that, you're still going to develop enough money on top of your transfer budget to be able to fix these issues. You should not have to sell Harry Kane to fix these issues, because if the reality is, if you get rid of Harry Kane, it's going to take Tottenham seasons to sort of fix this issue. And I know there's this great saying that it's like Tottenham go on without their best strikers. They've gone after Jimmy Greaves. They went on after Keane and Berbatov and all. I get it. But people need to start talking about the reality. It's hard to place these guys' goals. It's going to take seasons for Tottenham to do it. Plus, I don't trust Tottenham to replace Harry Kane. Look at the people they tried to get to replace Berbatov and Keane. Soldado, Janssen, Llorente. Our histories over the last while of buying strikers has been absolutely piss poor. I don't trust Tottenham to replace this guy. And for me, the only way you even consider selling Harry Kane this summer if he doesn't tie himself down to a new contract. Apart from that, I'm prepared to sit there for another 6 months of people coming at me, Dave, sell him, sell him, sell him. Because you know what? I'm going to bat them all away. Because guess what? Who won it last? Not won it, but who was proven right from all that time last year? Moi. And we'll end it there.
Wow,
Right.
he says.
First of all, I agree with you. I have to say that I don't understand the fans that want to sell Harry Kane, because selling Harry Kane is like selling Harry is a 4-in-1 player, right? He scores all the goals. If he's not scoring, he's assisting, because he's, in midfield, he's just that good. If he's not assisting, whenever he finds himself down the wing, the crosses he puts in are almost inch perfect. And the amount of times he's heading goals off the line when we throw corners in, the amount of times that Kane is the one getting the ball out of the box, he does everything. So to replacing Kane, you need to buy 2-3 players. I would go as far as to say, even if we do have to keep him for another season and he leaves on a free, I think he's that important to be with us next season, because you'll get 100 million for him, but how are we going to spend that 100 million? We spent 60 on Richarlison, and we spent how much was Heel was like 20 something,
25 million. Yeah, plus
right?
Mela.
So we're going to get that 100 and just buy a couple players that might not even make the squad the following season.
You don't know if they hit the ground running either.
So that's how important Kane is. So I would say, regardless to whether he signs a new contract or not, we need him next season.
Wow, you're even more staunch on it than me, Georgie.
No, yeah, because it's not you're talking about the goals. It's not just the goals, because if we can get him to sign a new contract, he is 29, but when he's 31, 32, he'll be playing deeper, putting in amazing crosses, assisting, getting the ball off the line. With which striker does that? Which striker can cross a ball, assist, score, and gets himself back kicking balls literally off the line?
Yeah,
like that's how important Kane is. One of those players that's like one in every 10 years you get a player like Kane come through, and he's just one of those. I would not sell him just to get 100 million, because we're just going to waste it.
Yeah.
I mean, the club's generating millions anyway. You don't need the money that much to the point where you will sell Kane.
The other thing too, I would say, George, and forgive kind of the gruesome metaphor here, but I feel like what Spurs find themselves with is this summer, this defense requires major surgery. It's like we require major surgery on both legs, like both ACLs need to be completely redone with like robotic legs and everything. And it's like we can't afford the surgery. So you go and sell both your kidneys instead to afford, the surgery on your legs. That's what it's like. I think selling Harry Kane is like selling both your kidneys, just to afford it, just something else. It's not really solving your problem, actually. In fact, it's probably actually distracting you from where the original kind of problem is in the first place.
It's not just what he does on the pitch, though, because you sell Kane, Son's not going to want to be there for more than a season. He's older than Kane. Son is older than Kane. Right. So like he's in an even worse spot when it comes to his career. You sell Kane, depending on who you bring in, it could put us in a world of shit. And whoever you bring in will definitely want Kane for the next season, at least for the one season. So I don't know. Knowing Levy, he'll want to sell him to get the 100 million. But Kane's that good. I don't think it's worth the 100 million. I'd rather keep him and let him leave on a free if he doesn't want to sign.
I also find that we have such a huge job to do this summer with the defense. It's so major. It is crucial to how we basically play from here on out. Any manager isn't going to succeed if that defense isn't completely redone and completely re-energized and refreshed this summer and in future windows.
It's hard because it's not just bringing in world-class defense. It's them wanting to come to the club. We're not going to get top 4. It's about them wanting to come to the club. Like it's not as easy as we say.
I don't want us to be distracted though with also trying to figure out how to find replacements for Harry Kane when the defense already requires such huge shakeup as it is. It's kind of like giving yourself already too much to do.
Let's look at it realistically. Realistically, let's say we sell Kane. If Son doesn't leave, which I don't think he would. You've then got Son probably as a striker. We've got Richarlison. So we have 2 very good strikers. I actually really like Richarlison. He hasn't been given the time to actually show himself this season. We still have Son. We still have Richarlison. I would think with the Kane money, you'd bring in one more class striker who's already proven himself. So it's not like it's not like if you sell Kane, we're done. But Kane is that important to the squad because, like I said, it's not just his goals; it's everything else he does. That I think it's worth letting him go for free in 2 seasons.
Interesting.
When it comes to the defense now, like I don't know what to tell you because Levy's about to give Dyer a new contract. Romero's going to stay, so we're stuck with Dyer and Romero again. We would hope Sanchez leaves. We would hope Langley doesn't sign a new contract because I don't think he's good enough. But there are still players to sell. I mean, if we can get rid of Ndombele, we can get rid of Mora. Well, Mora's leaving for free, isn't he?
Yeah.
If we can get rid of Ndombele, sell Lloris, Tanganga, just little bits and bobs that I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Look, there's money there to be generated. There's money there. Yeah. I want to sum up this, what we need to do this summer, right? You know, you don't go into a hospital with a broken leg and put a cast on your arm, right? You put a cast on the actual problem. You fix the actual problem. So I don't want to see us, you know, going into this summer with a problem in the back line and we're bringing in forward players and this, that, and the other. Just fix the bloody problem. Just put the cast on the leg.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Dave. I just find the surgery is so heavy this summer when it comes to that defense that I just don't need any
I do
distractions right
think it will
now. It's
happen.
just I don't want to go into the office needing to be told. It's like if you were the boss, George, you're going into your office, you have a big meeting, you know, lined up, and then someone just tells you, you know what, George, I'm sorry, there's an even bigger problem, you know, that I have you to deal with. And you're just like, and it just throws you off. You already have, you know, your mindset on fixing one problem, and then you're given an even bigger problem. I just don't think that's how we should go in.